Hey, Steve Mignoni here in Wareham, Massachusetts at Factory 5 with Johnny McDevitt, a BluePrint Engines representative, and Ron Everitte, a friend of Factory 5 who's built over 50 Cobra replicas over the last several years. Now, there are a lot of sources for engines, and why do you prefer BluePrint engines versus other choices?
Well, you know, since Factory 5 has had a relationship with BluePrint Engines for 4 or 5 years now, sourcing the engines direct from them makes it so much easier for the customer. You know, you can really buy an engine anywhere, but you call BluePrint, you get the oil pan you need, whether it's a hot rod, roadster, Daytona coupe, front sump, rear sump. You don't have to worry about whether it's going to fit in your chassis. The front drive assembly, it all comes bolted on, ready to go. It's easy to buy an alternator, a power steering pump, or an AC compressor. But to get all that bracketry to work together, get the power steering and the belt alignment all correct, can be tough. Yeah. So this way here it comes all together, ready to go out the door.
Yeah. Now Johnny, tell me about the engines. They ship fully ready to go, ready to bolt in.
Yeah, exactly like you're looking at it here. It already has the front drive on it. It's got the air cleaner down through the correct oil pan, like Ron said. We have to change the air cleaner to fit a Type 65 or a hot rod. We take that into consideration. Doing this 4 or 5 years now, we've kind of picked apart all the little mistakes that guys make, and we make sure that it's taken into consideration. So when they get it, it drop right in, it fits perfect, and you don't end up just having to pull it back out and change something down the road. So it makes it nice and easy for guys like us.
Yeah, to that end, this has a TKO 500 behind it, 600. The shifter's in the right location for this particular car. If it was a Daytona coupe, BluePrint knows that the shifter needs to be moved to the center position, and they offer that package, and you buy it from them, you bolt it in. It doesn't interfere with any of the cross members of racing in the chassis. So those are some of the things that you don't realize if you don't have the experience behind you, like BluePrint does, to make it really work in each one of these individual cars.
And it speaks to the close collaboration between BluePrint Engines and Factory 5. And again, I guess engineering-wise, you guys work out these combinations to make sure the customer doesn't have to.
Well, yeah, you want your engine and your trans to go in pretty seamlessly, and it's supposed to be a fun part of the build. That first fire up is awesome for guys. Awesome. I'm sure they ask you to take videos of it, just like they do us, wanting to see it on the dyno.
It's like the birth of a baby.
Exactly, and I couldn't imagine probably much more of a deflating thing for your build. You go to bolt your front drive on and the alternator hits a control arm or something. Yeah. So we just make sure that it's going to go in. All that stuff's been handled for the customer, and it's a really awesome package. It's dyno tested, like we said. Got a 30-month warranty. It's just that peace of mind for customers.
Right. So, as well, you mentioned they're dyno tested. So when a customer gets the engine, he doesn't have to worry about the distributors in the right place. Is it going to fire at the right time? Is it going to run? What's going to happen? If it's wired properly, it's going to start and it's going to run. And they've been extremely reliable. I've had really good luck. Really, really good luck.
And what are some of the options in the engine department from BluePrint?
Sure, so we start with the little 302, we go clear up to the big 427s. We also do LSs. A lot of the hot rods will get LS engines. I've sent a couple of them to Ron, and we can do an automatic transmission, a manual transmission. We've got quite a nice arsenal of every power level, every budget, and it doesn't matter if it's GM, Ford, LS. We've got something for you.
Yeah. And in the 50 or so Cobra kits you've built, how many go for the big 427 size engine, and how many go smaller, 302 and 340?
I've done about a half a dozen of these Mac Daddies. Okay. I think 540. I think this one dynoed at 544 horse.
Yep.
It's a beast. The guys really love the 427s. Yeah. I've done a few, a handful of 306, 347s. Yeah. Much more mild engine, but again, they start up, they run, people love them. Yeah. So it's a couple small block Chevys I've done.
Yep.
You just get them together. They come with everything you need. There's no sourcing anything. They come with a belt on it. It's ready to go.
Yeah, and to that point, in some situations where you buy a crate engine, you have to change the oil pan on your own because the one that comes on the crate doesn't fit your car. And anytime you open the engine, you potentially open yourself to debris and problems going inside of there, but not an issue here.
That's correct. That's exactly correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this one here has a Sniper fuel injection.
Okay.
Another one of their options. And again, I've had super luck with them. They really run well. Yeah. For an aftermarket fuel injection, I recommend them.
Yeah, and the learning curve on these, it's pretty much dialed in, ready to go in the dyno room at BluePrint. And anything else required when you hit the road with the Sniper?
Well, I mean, it comes with a dashboard that you can program the air fuel ratio and some other things. Like to take them out, get a good run at it, make sure they're running good, do a few tweaks. But really, no, I mean, you can take it out of the box and drive it.
Yeah. Now, some would say that an automatic transmission in a Cobra is heresy. But is it a popular option? Do people like the automatics?
I've done a couple. The automatics for me really lean towards the hot rods and pickup trucks in the Factory 5 world, but generally the guys in the Cobras stick to the sticks.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there's a 5 or a 6-speed. Is there a marked difference in those two? You know, if the 6-speed manual versus the 5-speed manual?
For assembly reasons, not really.
Okay.
The 6-speed, what Tremec uses today is T56. You can only use in the IRS car.
Oh, okay.
Because the center section has to be stationary. There's not enough drive shaft for any travel.
Yeah.
It becomes really short.
Yeah.
But no, really for assembly and you know, an option for Factory 5 is not a big deal.
And the great thing, you guys have found those pitfalls, like that the 6-speed doesn't work with the solid axle, so out in the field, the customer doesn't.
The drive shaft literally is like 7-8 inches long. It's super short.
Yeah.
But they work well.
Yeah. Of course, the 6-speed has double overdrive, but then again, I mean, if you're already going 170, you don't need to go 190.
Most people aren't going to go 200 miles in a Cobra.
Right.
Aerodynamics just not there.
Well, that's only part of the story. To learn more, go to factory5engines.com. For Ron Everett and Johnny McDevitt, I'm Steve Magnante. Thanks for watching.